Now, let's resume our career from last time. Test career 2. Load. Now, we had a couple of contracts which were giving us a lot of trouble. I was pretty sure I had met all the requirements to do them, or at least to complete part of them, but nothing happened. So now I really want to see what's going on. This is a troubling situation. Like, come on, I did my stuff. Oh, hi, Hartin. Um, okay, let's see what our active contracts are. Now, specifically, we were having problem with. Wait, wait a second. They aren't active anymore. Oh, okay, there we go. This and that. So, okay. They say there isn't much land at Kirby's Aqua. We've mapped out a few locations where there might be some. Find a suitable stop. Oh, that's the point. Oh, nice. Rescue mission. It's always important to rescue your boy crew members. So the whole point of these contracts, also it's not really a rescue, it's more like continuation. Nice, anyways. So the whole point of this contract is that we have to find a very suitable spot. Okay. So now that was the point. Okay, I have to read the headings much more carefully. Yeah, the contract seems nice. The problem is that I probably have to do a lot of searching to find a suitable spot. I think I'll have to put it off until I can get some. No, I can't make a bot because a bot would be splashed down. But this needs to be in the water, but landed. That's the point. So I have to find some weird spot where I can meet these conditions, and that doesn't look very easy. I can probably use data from a biome scan and an altimeter scan to find where this thing can happen, but I need high resolutions one, so whatever. And now, really bugging me out because, oh yes, I should share that information. So now this is really bugging me out because I think I did everything correct. To aid our efforts of building more complicated missions, we need to demonstrate that we have the necessary skills, like rendezvous and docking. Performs a series of orbital maneuvers around the homeworld. Prestige, etc. Okay. Agena, new, complete. Rendezvous with any vessel, complete. Docked, Agena, TBD, and any vessel. Why? What? I did this. I did this. Complete all of the following. Perform an EVA in space. Complete. Perform an EVA in space. Complete. Vessel state. Incomplete. Destination Kirby. Situation in orbit or suborbital trajectory. Incomplete. Why is this not completed? I docked a vehicle called Agena. Let me see if I can like read the config files or something. Game data, contact pacts. Uh, uh, there is like a contract configurator, but I think I needed to look for a specific contract pack. So specifically, this is from I don't know. Maybe it's from the stock contracts, contract configurator, agencies, explore. Yeah, this. I don't think I can pull it off this way. Okay, thank you. This is more like a test. I don't really want to attract viewers with these. They are just testing streams. So let's see, contact facts. Maybe Kerbin Space Station, base missions. Nah, I don't know. Now this is ongoing. This is ongoing. This is ongoing. So now let's see what our strategies are. I was thinking we might um, ditch this and get one of some other strategy, like for example the moon program, which is this. Or let's see, something like probe frenzy. This like reduces my uh, the cost to launch probes, but let's see, is there something else like planetary flybys? Oh, these. At least 400 reputation, current is 259, cannot have more than one cruise strategy or uncruise strategy active at one time. Facility must be level 3, must have landed a crew on minimum, so I think I'll ditch pilot focus, because I actually don't care, and get something else. Like the moon program. Is there a setup cost? Yeah, there we go. We have to plant a flag on the moon. Now, I think I was upgrading my VA. Oh, it's on level 2. Okay, so let's see if I can go in on EVA with my Agena, whatever. Maybe I'll also try to redefine it to rename my vehicle to something else, like Agena TBD instead of just Agena. And I'll see if that completes the contract, but I'm not going to give it too much attention. Maybe I do some research so that in the future this error doesn't occur again. Okay, now here we are. Now let's turn off pressure control and let's send Jeb into EVA. We can do our EVA report. 1 minute. There we go. Now we have our jetpack, right? So where is our data? I think our data is all in. Okay, so it's half and half, because we had that the moment where I realized that this capsule doesn't have enough slots to return all data. And yeah, let's do some flying around. Yay! Smile! And now what? Let's go around. Let's see. Inspect RCS. This will last for ages. Perfect. See, let's inspect the engine. Inspect engine. It's practically new. Fantastic. Let's see. Oh. Boarding this capsule is always weird because you don't get the grab message which you're used to, but instead you straight up get boarding ability. Oh, now it's transmitting our report. Now let's see our supply situation. We have 26 days of food, 32 of water, 40 of oxygen. Or let's turn back on pressure control. Nitrogen will last forever, and we are 10 days of mission. So we'll last a month without any problem. I also like this capsule. It has a nice service module and a little bit of asymmetry, which makes it interesting. Automation. Yeah, everything is on. Failures, all is good. Yeah, okay. So, now let's undock these. Let's turn on precision mode. Let's have it station keep. Now, let's rename vessel. Let's try to rename it to Agena TBD, and let's have it be a probe. Oh, and let's increase its priority like 12. Let's go to CPS1 and let's configure its name. It's a ship with a priority of 10. Accept. Now let's redock. It still doesn't work. Why? Why? Maybe the original name needed to be Agena. I don't know. I'll run investigations later. Okay. Now let's work on a moon landing system. Let's begin work. Let's see if I can be heard. It still doesn't work. Why? Why? See contact facts. It has like planetary flybys. Oh, these. Yeah, it seems like my audio is now very good. Well, I did not say very good, but at least acceptable. Are there any interesting notes we might want to get? Now these, but I don't really think. I I want to go with for big tanks before going for big engines, because I actually think putting multiple engines under a big tank is kind of cool. And we have big tanks, so maybe we could get these. Let's say I can only get one of these or two of these. I don't really want these. I don't really need these. I'll go big before I go small. Now this is mostly quality of life. This might be the actually worth one. Now this I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. This might be interesting. This is too early, and like these two are not needed yet. This is an upgrade for a part I don't have yet. This costs too much. Precision engineering. High resolution imager. It gives me a visual scan in high resolution. Another probe. Communication, structural. Electricals, but I have electricals. Big heat shield. What is this? This is for base building. So I might get these because it gives me more storage space. This gives me, oh, resource low resolution. Oh, this is interesting. I'll get it. Okay, now let's begin building a vehicle. Okay, now we will use our, for now we will use at least our R2 rocket, which I remember managed to send our PRB our LND2 rock probe to the moon, which had like enough delta V to just land and return, if I remember correctly. Let's see if I had any screenshots. Yeah, I don't even, yeah, I should write down more notes about how I run my missions and how my rockets can perform and stuff like that. Let's see. Oh yeah, the stage carried it all the way to moon. Now these ways, let's see, 2 tons. So it can deliver 2 tons to low moon orbit. This means that if I can get a lander within those 2 tons, I can do everything. Now that's a tight margin, but this probe was running tight margins too. Okay. Now first of all, how? Okay, so the sample capacity was just my fault when I did not upgrade it. Now, let's build a lander. We want a small lander. Now we don't have the unpressurized capsule, so that's not an option. We might use this, which is light, or we might use, no, this is already too heavy. It has fuel, but it's too heavy. This is lighter than that, okay. This is too heavy. This is heavy. This is really light, and it's a command probe. Let's see. Because like, oh yeah, this is much smaller. Let's put a Kerbal in there, like Bob, a scientist, who will build. take the parachute away, and it will be able to sustain him for configure pod. It has scrub and pressure control, so it's the essentials. We have food for 5 days, water for 5 days, oxygen for 5 days, and pressurization for all the time we might need. Habitat has good scrubbing, good pressurization. And now from ground, no excesses, no. Why does he last? Oh, because he has pressurization. And he has panorama. Oh, that's nice. Okay. So let's turn this thing into a lander. Where is the crew hatch? Wait, this thing does have a crew hatch, right? It will be an absolute bro moment if I get to the moon and I can't get out. Yeah, no crew hatch. So, we'll have to use the other can. Now, a lander needs around 1,500 meters per second to go down and go back up. I think, yes. Well, it's more around 1,200 meters per second, but let's have a bit of margin. As much margin as we can get. Let's put a Kerbal in there. Now we will select, let's select an engine. We might go for this, but the lander will be around 2 tons, so it's a 20 kilonewton engine is ideal. And it has 330 seconds of ISP. The Spark instead 20 kilonewtons and 320 seconds. Now it weighs 130 kilograms. Right, this one weighs 400 kilograms, but also includes 40 units between liquid fuel and oxidizers. Now, 400 kilograms minus 40 times 5, which converts it to mass, times 1.125, which also takes into account the weight of the tank, gives us 175 kilograms. So that's a little bit heavier, but it also has more thrust. I think we might just want to cut off those 100 and those 45 kilograms and go for a Spark. Oh wait, could we use ends? Oh, but it has higher ISP. There is only one way to get out of this, to do a cross evaluation. Actually compare the thing. Now let's set these. Let's have it the tank here. Let's set this to moon. Now this does not have even a mass of 1.5 tons and gives us more delta-V than we might ever need. This is a lower mass. You know what? I'll decide once I build the, but I need to take a decision now. I'll go for the pack. Okay, already like this with 737 meters per second. That's already one descent. Now, what fuel tank might we want to use for the rest of the trip? Let's do it in a service module style. So let's use a structural part and then group parts around it. And pressurized service module. So the structural tube, adapter that's too big, it's closed. Let's just take a fuel tank and let's build a lander around it. Put this to bear. What other fuel tanks do we have? Okay, now that's good. That's a good delta V. Now let's equip it with more stuff. First of all, we want to give it storage space for deployed science experiments. Now, if we recall, we have the problem that we need 2 solar panels if the thing is not deployed by an engineer. Now, we have one storage unit we will place here, and we'll put solar panel. We will put GoOb analyzer, which is basically deployed mystery goo, and then we'll put the control station. Right, now we have more storage space here. We will place, we actually want more stuff like, because how much does these 3 slots? We need another solar panel which will go here, and then we might go for the experiment kit. Yeah, EVA experiment. That's good. Now we have to do more with science. Oh, this will still needs a pilot. So pop control, okay. For the board and hex there. Then we need we need what else do we need? Increase engine quality. Then we will add, what will we add? Oh God, my mind just went blank. Okay, the extra science experiments. Can I configure experiments here? No, I can't because I can only configure pod. So now we'll have to put here a lot of experiments. So experiments, science. Wait, okay, here. We'll put thermometer. Geiger counter. We add the thermometer. And now these won't work on the moon. This takes too long. These are all like, which have to all to be brought back. So that's, they are heavy. I might put one of them later. I actually could, let's put a Mr. U here. The thermometer will go there. And yeah, that's fine. Increase data capacity to 8 megabytes, even though I don't think I'll use it. 6 slots are good because then this one takes one. And delta V has already been reduced to 1000 meters per second. Uncool. But we still have ample mass margins. Now, I think I substitute these two tanks for the baguettes. Two of them. And then we'll put them in gold foil. Yeah, in gold foil. And let's put science here. No, just one of them. Next, we have to put a ladder there. A ladder, it always gets forgotten. Weighs 5 kilograms. Stand, perfect. Docking port. Airplane. Docking port. Then now let's see landing legs. Now how will I put them here? I might get this. I set these to absolute rotation. Now they are vertical. They perfect, and yeah. Let's put them at 45. Oh god, there's just two of them. Okay. Good. Put them on absolute rotation. This is vertical. This is vertical. 45 degrees. Yes. Then let's put them into an absolute spot. Looks fine to me. Maybe I'll like here. repeat. Vertical, vertical. Come on, come on. 45 degrees. Absolute spot. Good. Same height. Same height. Now let's see how they look retracted. They are slightly flipped, but yeah, actually not. Do they allow the ladder to be extended? That's fantastic. Now we just need to add the electrical system and the RCS system. Now for the electrical system, I place a couple of batteries here. Oh, and the antenna. And maybe solar panels. Few of these here so that when they are extended, they are still compact and they won't clip into stuff. Even during docking. So now we have electric charge perpetual. We have food for 5 days. Okay. Consumable is good. We now put a decent antenna there. See antenna, communication, antenna here. Finally, let's see how our balance is. Now let's bring up our CS build aid. The parachute engines still have an unbalance in that direction, and it's 0.52 kilo somethings. Now we'll offset our engine in this direction. That requires a fair bit of offset. Maybe if I reduce its fuel content. Wait. Oh, I was making things worse. Okay. Now. Okay. Now, great unknown is what happens when we do this. We get that. So now I'll place to her. So now the center of mass shifts there.
Come più o meno va ancora bene quello o vogliamo mettere quello più avanti?